love drawing. Drawing is what I do best. I like to daydream and make up stories to create adventures. The only praise I get is for my drawings. Often, I get in trouble because I'm drawing when I should be doing something else. But when it's time to draw, I'm both at my happiest and at my most confident. I want to draw straight from my heart.
In getting to know Pat and her work, obviously, when you scratch the surface and you start to learn a little bit about who she is, you learn a lot more about what she's about and where she's come from.
When Charles Kuralt called Pat people's artist, I believe it was because he was able to see in her that how she relates with people and how her art relates with people. She's one of us, and you have this peaceful feelings looking at her artwork and also meeting her.
Who is Pat Moss? The people's artist. She is a popular artist, a popular painter. She is a very talented lady. She's a friend. She is a communicator in that she uses art to communicate not necessarily with the art critics, but with the people.
Pat can't stop painting. That's the way she reacts. For example, when 9/11 happened, she felt it, but she had to express it through a painting that she did. So, and that's, I suppose, normal for an artist, you know. But I can't imagine her not painting. That's just the way she deals with life through her. You know, I think it's more of a need for her to do that than really to make money.
I think that she has always been, and I think that's part of who she is. She is a very direct person. She will tell you what she thinks. She's not into things that are more complex. She's into, this is how it is, and I think that's what portrayed in her work.
Sort of Pat's philosophy, she tries to show the best of life, not necessarily the black side, the sad side. She tries to show the best side, and people read it that way.
But this is a very special lady, and now on her 75th birthday, I think people should pause and understand, as Thomas Jefferson said, you're remembered more for what you give than what you take, or words to that effect. She's given much of herself. She's recognized that the good Lord endowed her with tremendous talent, and she worked on that and developed it, overcame somewhat of a handicap when she was a child, and kind of therefore today she's trying to give back.
P. Buckley Moss, a widely acclaimed, prolific American artist that overcame a learning disability, tough criticism, and pressure from the modern art culture, tells of her incredible journey and the resilience that inspires people. She once stated for an article in Art Gallery International, "I think of myself as a painter-preacher. I make people feel good. I almost feel a responsibility to find joy for myself and thus for other people."
Don't you love it? Do you get excited when you bid?
Yeah. Pat Buckley Moss's ability to trust her own instincts, achieve greater lengths, and to look within herself. Author Toni Morrison once wrote, "Wisdom is a gift. You can't train for it, inherit it, learn it in a class, or earn it in the workplace." Patricia Buckley, later known as P. Buckley Moss, was born May 20th, 1933, to Vincent and Elizabeth Buckley of New York City. Elizabeth's parents came to America from Italy and settled in New York. Vincent's parents, Daniel and Mary Frances Buckley, were of Irish-American descent. Pat, along with her older sister Mary and younger brother Dan, grew up at 3843 Amboy Road, Great Kills, on New York's Staten Island. The Buckleys eventually moved across the field from Daniel and Mary Frances Buckley at a time when New York's Irish population clashed with the Italians, the newest immigrants of the day.
the Irish didn't like the Italians, and the Italians thought the Irish were all drunks. So it was really very interesting place to grow up. My father used to call my mother a mountain guinea from Brooklyn, so that was just a fond name. It doesn't sound so fond, but it was a fond name. Mom was a lot of fun, and Dad really enjoyed her.